it feels just like a jail. I wanna bust out and run like hell, never looking back until I reach those hills. Yeah, the Great Smoky Mountains, the thought of you gives me the chills. I need a tailgate, a jar, the river, and my guitar on a bonfire Saturday night. If I don't take a little time for me to unwind, I'll never get the feeling right. I need a cane pole, fishing hole, catfish on, here we go, you know what I like. I need a laying low, good old down home southern night. Me and my baby working like some slaves. My kids need fed and my bills need paid, and I'm working overtime, just trying to survive. Yeah, yeah. They call it living the dream, even when it costs you your life. Well, I need a tailgate, a jar, the river, and my guitar on a bonfire Saturday night. If I don't take a little time for me to unwind, I'll never get the feeling right. I need a cane pole, fishing hole, catfish on, here we go, you know what I like. I need a laying low, good old down home southern night. Jumping at the bit for any chance I can get. I don't give a damn what the boss man says. My truck is all packed, I'll be there in a few. Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't drink often, but baby, now when I do, well, I need a tailgate, a jar, the river, and my guitar on a bonfire Saturday night. If I don't take a little time for me to unwind, I'll never get the feeling right. I need a cane pole, fishing hole, catfish on, here we go, you know what I like. I need a laying low, good old down home southern night. Yeah, 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 I need a laying low, good old down home southern night.
Your choice for country music, the RTM Radio Network.
Yanki to Brit on a Sunday. Hey, everybody, what's going on, man? Did I spell that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice of you to answer me before I open the mic up. Okay, there we are. That's a brand new tune from Tammany Dove, one of our very own great independent artists, and called Tammany and Matt, One Guitar. God, I love the sound of that, man. I had to play it again. I played it last night. I had to play it again. I like that. Very good Sunday tune, that's for sure. Mrs. Dave, what's up there, good looking?
Mrs. Dave is in the chat room.
Beautiful, beautiful Cora.
Mrs. Dave.
Hi,
Beautiful
Cora. It's the man with the plan, Thomas. What's up there, bro?
Thomas, yes.
Brenda, how are you?
Brenda the blender.
You've been a busy girl, I guess, huh? I
know,
figure I haven't seen you, so you must be busy.
Dan Conley's there. Hey, I'm in here. I'm
Dan.
here, Mr. Dan. Don't you worry. Don't you fret on. Robbie is there too.
Hello, Robbie.
Is joining us at the top of the hour.
Robbie.
Who else is in here?
I don't know.
That's about it.
Lots of people.
Howdy.
Dan Conley. I gotta play that tune again.
What?
That Dan song. See, Brenda's tired. I knew she'd been busting her butt. That's exactly what's going on. I guarantee it. Let me see if I can find that for Dan. I gotta play the Dan song. There it is right there. Let's play this puppy right now. Let's get her done.
Yeah! Yeehaw!
I wasn't expecting you to participate. One of my little masturbates.
I always participate in your masturbates.
I see. There's one for Mr. Dan. Nice to have you tuned in, that's for sure.
Yes, good evening, everybody. Good evening, Sunday night.
Where's my horse?
We got through 4 sets of headsets, and this morning we took them back and we was like, that's it. No more. No more. We are going to get some with wires. We have no choice but to get some with wires, so we're done with the wireless thing.
We can't make them work. Now, the last pair we got, we did get them working, but they only work through the computer. I can't hear anything from the show, which I don't understand why, because I thought everything went through the board, back through the computer, and out on the internet, but obviously that ain't working that way. So
No.
And it's been how many years now? I hooked all this up. I couldn't tell you which wire goes to what now. If you saw this friggin'
yeah,
nightmare.
it goes from your computer. I mean, it plays nothing. It's got nothing to play on its own, so it pulls the information from the computer.
So from what I could find out is if we want wireless headphones, we have to buy one of those expensive wireless sets like singers wear on the stage and stuff when they're jamming, which has the ear gear and the microphone all all combined into one unit. And I ain't paying that kind of money for it, so just stick with the old ways. That's for sure. So anyways, hey, what's going on there Sunday night? I got a bunch of new music, too, some brand new independents. These guys got some cool stuff, too.
It's Independence Night tonight, by the way, guys.
It is, and Robbie Ansley will be here in just a little bit. When's he coming, 8?
He is coming on at the top of the hour, 8 p.m.
All right, the top of the hour, so says the professional airwoman over there. Full of air, airhead. In the meantime, though, let's hit up one of these new independent artists. We got this just popped up in the email the other day, and it's very cool stuff. So, is that?
Sounds like fireworks.
It's that guy shooting again. Friggin' people and their guns. You're noisy. I don't care if you have a gun, but go somewhere else and shoot it. I'm only serious. I am serious. Anyways, this is, it says Donnell, but that's not. That's not who that is. It's somebody else, Donnell. Maybe it is just Donnell. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about anymore. Donnell. It's Donnell Sullivan. Why the last name doesn't show up, I don't know. But this is called Cookies and Cream. Check this out. Something a little different for our Sunday evening.
Here, wondering where we went wrong. I just had racking my mind and still don't know why you walked out that door.
I know you miss me, baby.
Yes, I do, baby. I remember I used to hold your hand and take you to a place, girl, another land. You used to be my star, close and far. I'll never be the same that you broke my heart. I used to believe you were my destiny. I still don't know why you left me. I used to kiss your lips, I used to rub your hips. See, all of these things I really do miss. 'Cause you know, I know, baby, I miss the cookies and cream. I miss you, girl. I know, you know, baby, I miss the cookies and cream. I know you don't love me, I know you do not care. If you ever need me, girl, I'll be there. My heart may be taken, my heart may not be free. But if yours get broken, girl, you can come running to me. I'll never stop loving you, although that I try. Something in my heart, girl, still tell me you're mine. Finding your heart, girl, to be my friend. I may be able to find it in my heart, girl, to love again. I know, you know, baby. I miss the cookies and cream. Oh, I miss you, girl. I really, really miss you, girl. I know, you know, baby. I miss the cookies and cream. I really miss you, girl. A lifetime of hurt, girl. A lifetime of pain. Living without you, girl, it's driving me insane. I don't know what to tell you, and I don't know what to do. I miss my cookies and cream.
Waylon Jennings and Ed Waltz Across Texas. Independent Night. I forgot it was. There's nothing wrong with a little Waylon anyways. Doesn't matter what you're listening to. Always some Waylon. How's everybody tonight? Nice to see you guys hanging out here with us, doing your thing, jamming along with some of the tunes. Like I said earlier, I got some new independent music. These are all new independent artists that were sent over to us here last week or so. And I want to get some of them out here, and there's some great music in here, so keep your ears open, check some of this out, and, don't ever be afraid to let us know what you think.
We're celebrating our independence with some of the best independent artists of all time, right here on the Yanki and the Brit Show.
This is John Levy. I watched the sunrise with the Yankee and the Brit on an Independence Sunday. Nice stuff. The Minute She Remembers, Kent Maxon, Yankee and the Brit Independence Sunday night. How is everybody? What's going on out yonder?
Good evening, Cindy Kendall.
Hey, Cindy Kendall.
Yeah,
hello,
cool.
Cindy. What's going on? Nice to see you.
Yes, and Dan's still here, and Robbie is on at the top of the hour with us.
Sometimes you act surprised. Dan's still here.
I know.
It's just the way you say it, I guess. Cindy's a grandson. I am a grandson.
She's a
Well,
grandma.
good.
I
You
think
look
it's
more like
supposed
a
to say
woman to me,
grandma.
but okay. If you want to play a little boy, it's your trick there, I guess.
Ah, congratulations.
Yeah, Noah
she
Nicholas Covey.
She said a while ago that
Covey.
she was going to be a grandma, and I was like, oh, so cool.
Wow. Imagine that.
She looks too young to be a granny, don't she? Say yes.
Well, yes, of course, but
Compliment the lady.
there's so many people that look so young to be grandparents.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder sometimes.
Well, I have a friend that's just like 2 years older than me, and she's a grandma. So, I guess they start young now, don't they?
You mean making them or having grandkids? Probably doesn't matter anymore. All right, let's see what we got going on over here then. Moving right along, I guess. Robbie Ansley's coming here in about 20 minutes or so. If you hear him scream, that's why. Let's see, what else we got happening? There's nothing really that's interesting to talk about. You guys watch the news, so you probably know all the stupid shit that's going on, the Trump crap and all the ignorant stuff. So there's nothing to talk about there. Donna's having a salad, if that piques your interest.
Nom, nom, nom.
Other than that,
I know Randy gets annoyed when I sit here eating lettuce when the mic's on because the mic picks up absolutely everything. So
and
he's
sometimes
like,
I can
"Oh,
hear her
shut up,
crunching that damn lettuce.
Yeah.
Jeez. Wait till she bites on a piece of chicken out of there.
Doesn't stop you from making all those slurping noises when you lick your cup. Don't say you don't, because you do. Don't you dare lick your
like this
cup.
with all the
no,
coffee.
No.
See, I use the same cup for about a month or two, and
Don't you
it
dare
gets all
lick your
these
cup.
beautifully gorgeous coffee stains around the mouth area, and they run down the sides of the cup, and it adds all that
so
great
disgusting.
coffee flavor to your drink.
How the hell does drips down the outside of your cup add to the coffee flavour on the
Because when you go like
inside?
this with your tongue,
No, don't you dare.
up the
I
whole
can't
side of
watch-
the cup, you get to taste all that
I can't
coffee.
watch you dirty fucker.
A wee bit squeamish,
I
are
hope
you?
Cindy's grandson's not listening while I'm swearing like a trooper. I'm going to crunch my lettuce.
Leave it to Donna to raise the grandkids the right way. Stop. I can hear it. I don't know if they can hear it, but I can hear it through this microphone over here. And I'm how far away from you? Oh, goodness. All right, well, Independence Day, of course. Nothing but independent artists. And, of course, here is one of everyone's most favorite assist, one of all.
Brand the Man and Donna playing the best of independent artists.
I wanna be that man she can't live without. I wanna be the one who erases all her doubts.
On the record, that big dab, 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 dab. Brand the Man and Donna playing the best independent artists on the Yankee and the Brit Show.
Here's a little stomping beat, slapping knee, clapping.
Here she is. Everybody's soul girl. Donna Joe and Pick Me Up.
I've seen too many things, been so many places, trusted all the wrong people, too many sad faces, can't seem to find my peace wherever I go, trying to run from my feelings, so tired and low, so many bills to pay, can't even keep a job, longing for freedom as I cry out to God. Oh, when I'm down, you're there to pick me up. When I can't walk, you're there to hold my hand. When I fall, you're there to carry me. So glad I met you. You're one hell of a man. Will the stream ever come? Will it haunt my soul for years? Have I struggled enough or cried enough tears? There's a reason we met. This is no accident. Is this a perfect plan? Are we here just for the moment? Can I trust in you? You'll never let me down. My partner in crime when no friends can be found. Oh, when I'm down, you're there to pick me up. When I can't walk, you're there to hold my hand. When I fall, you're there to carry me. So glad I met you. You're one hell of a Will you stay when I go crazy? What if I'm selfish or lazy? Will you still stick around? When I'm down, you're there to pick me up. When I can't walk, you're there to hold my hand. When I fall, you're there to carry me. So glad I met you. You're one hell of a man.
Wow, seriously. There's a couple spots in there where she takes me right back to being a young man, thinking about some woman getting all misty-eyed or something. That's just, that's some soul-searching stuff right there.
Twofer on the RTM Radio Network.
Had a song on my mind lately. She loved him like he was last man on earth. Gave him everything she ever had. He'd break her spirits down, then come loving up on her. Give a little and take it back. She'd tell him about her dreams. He'd just shoot them down. Lord, he loved to make her cry. telegram. He said only angels know how to fly. And with a broken wing, she still sings. She keeps an eye on the sky. With a broken wing, she carries her dreams. Man, you ought to see her Sunday morning, she didn't go to church, and he wondered why she didn't leave. He went up to the bedroom, found a note by the window with a curtain blowing in the breeze. And with a broken wing, oh, she still sings. She keeps an eye on the sky. With a broken wing, she carries her dreams. Man, you ought to see her fly. With a broken wing, she carries her dreams. Man, you ought to see her fly. Man, you ought to see her
RTM Radio.
Randyman, what have you got for me?
Randy and Donna.
Coming to you live from Texas, it's Donna and Randyman
Friday and Saturday night.
on RTM Radio.
You're listening to Random Man and Donna on the RTM Radio Network.
I don't know what has gotten into you. Lately you've been acting strange. I guess it's my fault. Ooh, you can put it all on me. You can say that I'm the one to blame. But baby, I can't stand to see you leave. No, don't make me beg you, please. Let me kiss it goodbye. Let me kiss it, baby. Baby, turn around. Put that suitcase down and let me kiss it goodbye. Oh, we've been together for 12 long years. And now you say you're leaving me. Please think it over. Do you really want to go? Is there a way you want it to be? Listen, I don't normally get too attached, no. But I've grown to love this cat. One thing you must remember, heard it said before, when the cat's away, the mouse will play before you walk out the door. Oh, can't stand down and let me kiss it goodbye. Let me kiss it. I can't stand to see you. Don't leave me, baby. Please let me kiss it goodbye. Right there. Baby, turn around. This gets down. Oh, kiss it goodbye. Let me kiss it goodbye. Oh, I don't normally get too attached, no. But I've grown to love this cat. Kitty, kitty. One thing you must remember, you heard me say before, when the cat's away, the mouse will play before you walk out the door. Baby, baby, let me kiss it. No, let me kiss it goodbye. Baby, turn around, turn around. It's down. Let me kiss it. Come on, come on. Can't stand to see you leave. Don't make me, baby, please. No. Kiss it goodbye. Let me kiss it, let me kiss it, let me kiss it. Baby, turn around. This gets down and let me kiss it goodbye.
That was Lomax. Here's Moby and Soulfly. Yanki and the Brit. Independent Sunday night.
Riding in my old school, sipping on Bacardi, wood grain candy paint, Southern soul party. Looking for a shawty who will ride with me. Get your swagger home, get fly with me. Throw your hands up, show some love. Hennessy crown and we smoking it up. I'm clean, I'm so clean. I'm not Superman, but I'm super fly. I'm so fly. To the club in the GMC. No cover charge if you ride with me. Fly through the doors to the VIP. Curly fries, hot wings, and the drinks are on me. Ooh, little mama, come and dance with me. Tell all your friends they can kick it with me. But if they act the fool, we got security. Cause I'm so fly, so fly. Snap, take a picture, snap, take a picture. Snap, take a picture with me. Snap, take a picture, snap, take a picture. Snap, take a picture with me. Shake it, little mama, shake your money maker. Shake it, little mama, won't you shake it for me? Shake it, little mama, shake your money maker. Shake it, little mama, won't you shake it for me? Cause I'm fly. It's so you, it's so fly. Fly. Roll to the club in the GMC. No cover charge if you ride with me. Fly through the doors to the VIP. Curly fries, hot wings, and the drinks are on me. Ooh, little mama, come and dance with me. Tell all your friends they can kick it with me. But if they act the fool, we got security. Cause I'm so fly, so fly. Snap, take a picture, snap, take a picture. Snap, take a picture with me. Snap, take a picture, snap, take a picture. Snap, take a picture with me. Shake it, little mama, shake your money maker. Shake it, little mama, won't you shake it for me? Shake it, little mama, shake your money maker. Shake it, little mama, won't you shake it for me? Cause I'm fly, so fly. Hold up your cup, hold it up. Let me see you toast it up. Everybody wanna be like me, but everybody can't get down like me. Do your own train, do your own thing. Everybody wanna be smooth like me. Everybody wanna be cool like me. Old school, new school, I'm fly. Something so fly. Something so fly. So fly, so fly. Roll up to the club in the GMC. No cover charge if you ride with me. Fly through the doors to the VIP. Curly fries, hot wings, and the drinks are on me. Ooh, little mama, come and dance on me. Tell all your friends they can kick it with me. But if they act the fool, we got security. Cause I'm so fly, so fly. Snap, take a picture, snap, take a picture. Snap, take a picture with me. Snap, take a picture, snap, take a picture. Snap, take a picture with me. Shake it, little mama, shake your money maker. Shake it, little mama, won't you shake it for me? Shake it, little mama, shake your money maker. Shake it, little mama, won't you shake it for me? Cause I'm fly, so fly. We don't give a what they say. We gon' tear the roof off this place. We don't give a what they say. fly, so fly. Snap, take a picture, snap, take a picture, snap, take a picture with me. Snap, take a picture, snap, take a picture, snap, take a picture with me. Shake it, little mama, shake your money maker. Shake it, little mama, won't you shake it for me? Shake it, little mama, shake your money maker. Shake it, little mama, won't you shake it for me? 'Cause I'm fly, I'm so fly, so fly. S-O-U-L, fly. Moby, that's me. The prince of urban soul. Moby, that's me.
Wow, what do we got going on there? Soulfly and Moby. Man, it's got some old kicking feel to it, and I can't quite place what it is. Some of the stuff I used to grow up with, a couple of my best friends used to jam that kind of full soul funk kind of music, and I can hear it, but I can't place who it is. It's not Marvin Gaye, but it's from that era that I'm thinking they sound just like somebody. I wish the hell I could place who it is. Hey, Robbie Ansley's coming in with us here directly. Let's get one of his tunes on here before he shows up. I think he's in the chat. Right? I saw him in there, didn't I? Yeah. Yes, there he is. Now, I say Ansley. That says Ansley. You say Ansley, don't you?
No, I said Ansley.
Well, then why am I saying it?
I don't know.
You're a knob.
You're a dumbass.
Stop screwing shit up. All right, let's do this. Robbie Ansley. Oh, because it's with an A on AI. That's why I've been saying it.
Well, look who's on the line.
Forget that tune then. I don't want to play that Robbie music anyways.
Good evening.
Hello, how are you?
Hey.
Well, I was better till I realized I wasn't going to play your song.
Hey, you're going to have to turn the show down if you've got it on at the other end.
Okay, it's down.
Cool.
Last thing I want to do is listen to myself tonight.
Yeah, I hear that all the time.
Oh, how
are you?
Is that?
A whole lot of stuff going on.
Well, just if you feel like it, cue us in. First off, where are you?
I am in Pea Ridge, Georgia, which is out at the other end in the middle of the sticks, which is near Deering, Georgia, which is in the sticks, but not quite as far in the sticks as I am, which is 120 miles from Atlanta. So we're between Atlanta and Augusta, Georgia, if you know where Augusta, Georgia is.
So that's...
Yeah, I do. I think he said Pea Ridge, like pea, like going for a pea.
Yeah, P-E-A, Pea Ridge, Georgia.
Oh, no, not T. P.
P.
For your penis.
Oh, no.
No, not yours, mine.
As I said penis, he knew what I meant.
Oh, no.
So you're out close to Dawsonville, Gainesville, out in that neck of the woods?
Not that far out. We're way past there. We're way out. We're so far out in the sticks that we have to pipe the sunlight in sometimes.
Well, you can't be out in the Chattahoochee.
No, we're way out there, and like the other side of Augusta, like you're in between Atlanta and Augusta, but not quite so far towards Atlanta. We're only like 25, 30 miles from Augusta.
Ah, well, you have a Georgia boy in the chat room. Thomas is in the chat room. He is from, oh my gosh, I know it's gonna pop into my head anytime. Sylvester or something like that. Oh, I don't know.
Sylvester, Georgia?
I think so, maybe.
I think I've heard of Sylvester.
Have I got that wrong? You know I've got that wrong, don't you?
Yeah.
Okanee Forest, out that way, Greensboro?
Past Greensboro, yeah. Past Greensboro, on past Madison. Then you hit a little town called Thompson, and we're...
Thomas is in Sylvania.
Oh, he's in Sylvania. Okay, yes. I know where Sylvania is. I used to sing with a girl from Sylvania.
That sounds like a song title right there.
I was just about to say.
Yeah, she was real good, and she still lives out there in Sylvania too. Her name was Paige Laracy.
Pleurisy?
Laracy.
Oh, okay. I thought you
Paige Laracy.
I thought you said she had pleurisy.
No, I hope not. Well, you know.
All right. Well, anyways, so what's the music story? How'd you get into music out there in the back swamps where there's one light bulb in the local bar?
And you know what? You're exactly right. Where I was born, now, they talk about people, you know, they talk about Elvis, for instance, the place where he was born and raised and all, how bad it was. Well, anyway, that's where I got started singing, is where I was born, in old Sheriff Cropper's house.
In Tupelo.
Yeah, he was born in Tupelo, but I was born in the outskirts of McDuffie County, Georgia.
All right.
In an old sharecropper's house where my bed was in the kitchen, and my mother would wash dishes in the wash pan and cook and all in there and fold clothes in the kitchen. Well, she would sing, and she would sing more, and she would write songs and sing, and I'd be right there in the playpen or whatever, and I would sing along. I got some recordings somewhere of all that. But and then her sisters would come down, and they would sing, and it was beautiful. I got recordings of that, too. That's where I got my start.
I'd like to hear some of that. Wasn't Buford T. Pusser out from around that neck of the woods, or is that wrong?
I think he may have been a little further south.
That seemed like that first name where you said you were from.
McDuffie County.
Yeah, that sounded familiar. Maybe it was another movie or something, but it sounded familiar.
Yeah, it could have been. They might make one about me one day. Who knows?
So you were doing the Papa sing bass, Mama's play fiddle, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Sing bass. Mama sings tenor. Me and little brother join right in there.
Yeah, I love that stuff.
Got to start there, and then we moved into town. And the funniest thing when we moved into town, my mother, for the first part of the year when we moved into town, she didn't have much time to sing or write because she was too busy chasing us around because we were flipping the light switches and flushing the toilet and running the water in the bath. We'd never seen any of that stuff, and
yeah,
we just went hog wild. We thought we lived in a mansion when we moved into town. But and then she started attending a church down the road, and that's where I started singing again with her and my sister, and then sang in the choir and did all that up until I guess I was probably about 12 or 13 or 14, and then started working a lot. Well, I started working when I was about 11 years old, but started working a lot and got a taste for money, and then I kind of lost heart for singing there for a good long time. But yeah, I just love it. I always have. So one day I ran into somebody, and they said, "Well, why you give up? Don't give up." And they told me, "You need to do what you're supposed to do." And I listened to that advice, and gave me the inspiration to keep going.
So you went, at that point, did you have a guitar or anything, or did you just go get one and get started?
Well, I was, about 7 years ago, I joined a band that was around here locally that was doing real good. And I just won a VH1 an award for, it's like third place for Song of the Year. And then I went out there with another fellow to hear this band. And when I heard them, I was like, wow, they sound great. So the next thing you know, I joined that band and started singing with them. And we toured around for a long time, probably 10 years. And we got signed to a millionaire's label. This guy had his own label called Rock and R Records. And we shot 3 music videos, and we toured around, and he spent a bunch of money, and it was a blast. We cut another CD. We'd already cut one. We cut one before we met him. And then we met him, and we cut another one, and had a great time. And then it all about 7 years ago now, or 5 years ago, it all went kaboom. It was over. You know what I mean? And I was heartbroken for a long time. I just didn't even care. I didn't want to sing. It was just miserable. I was miserable. I kept running from it. And like I said, one day I met a special person, and they told me that I needed to be doing it. If that's what's in my heart, I need to do it. So I started doing it again, and it's been fun.
Never give up, never surrender.
That's right. And I just enjoy it. And it's not about me. It's about the people. It's about, I've sang in a room with 2 people, and I've sang in front of 5,000 people or more. And it joys my heart just to look at somebody and see them smile, and you're making, something happen in their life. You know what I mean? And that's what it's all about. It's about the people and the music.
Which crowd made you feel the best? Singing to the little crowds or the big crowds?
I tell you, the best time I ever had is when I sang to some elderly folks that were, they were up there in age, and just to see their smile. And, some of them, and I'll tell you about this one woman. This was at a VFW, and I got out there, and I do some Elvis stuff, and I was out there shaking my whatever you have. I was shaking, and I was doing the Elvis thing, and I scared the bejesus out of her. But other than that, everybody else had fun. But yeah, I mean, the smaller crowds are more intimate, and I love that.
You think they feel it inside a little better because they're more focused than a big, large crowd with all the extra noise and all that?
I think so, because I've been we played a lot of clubs, and we played up in Alabama and all around, and we played up in Tunica, Mississippi, and a lot of the places you go in and play, it sounds like a bunch of cackling chickens, and not, there's people out there that go to places and they're good patrons and they tip their bartenders and they do whatever they have to do, but I mean, you can't hear anything except them.
I heard that. I don't like to go to those big venues like that.
And then and around this area, some places you can go and you can do an hour or two, and everybody in there is as quiet as a mouse. And you might get 5 claps out of the whole place. And you sing your butt off and you put on a hell of a show, and you don't think that anybody cared. But later on down the road, you run into somebody and you go, you know what? Y'all were good. Y'all were good. You didn't think they were listening. It's different types of places around here, the atmosphere, you just never know what to expect. I can tell you, I've opened with the band I was in, for over 32 major artists. And one of the funniest shows we had during the club we were playing in was with Jamie Johnson. And he was new. He just broke the ice, and he was in this area. So he got out there, and he blew the doors off that place. Of course, we opened for him, and we had already blew the doors off one time. But he got up there and blew the doors off. He was shooting the T-shirts into the crowd and giving them CDs and everything, and they still wasn't clapping. They wasn't doing nothing. They were most of them were just sitting there and looked like a bunch of cows grazing, and he took a break, and he got mad, and he cussed every one of them out, and he said, "I've gave you T-shirts and CDs and everything. Golly, what the hell is wrong with y'all people?"
Wow.
So the club owner was like, he's kind of a rebel, and I love the man. We sat back there and talked when we were back there backstage, but he really upset the club owner pretty bad, and they told him, well, when you get paid tonight, you need to make it a while before you come back. So he didn't come back for a good little while, but it was funny. It was real funny. And, around here, you just don't never know what to expect. There's, places you can play and people enjoy it. And there's places you can play and you got to run when you get off stage because somebody's coming after you, You just don't know.
That sounds like one of them little bars with a wire fence over the stage.
Yeah, that's the only thing we never had was the chicken wire in front of the stage. We did play a place, and I tell you, this is a funny story. We played a place down the road. Let's see, where was that at? Near Macon, Georgia, in between Macon and Savannah down there. Kerrigan's Country Bar was the name of it, and they put us up for a whole week over in a nice little place, and it was actually a single wide trailer in this trailer park. You still there?
Yeah.
All right.
Just taking it in.
It was in this trailer park, right? And so we stayed there the first night. Everything was cool. We were practicing and having fun. We played the first night, and the place was crazy. We were having to. We had 2 bodyguards. One of them name was Big John, and he was a big old fella, and he was just grabbing people by the head and shoving them back off the stage. And then we had a bodyguard named Tiny, and Tiny was bigger than Big John, and they had to keep people from attacking us. It was funny. But about the second night we played, we come back to the place there, and we went in, and there was a pumpkin on the table. We're like, wait a minute. Where does pumpkin come from? And, I don't have anything against Spanish or Hispanic people or whatever, but the trailer park they put us in was slap full of them. Every trailer was Hispanic people. And so we come in, this pumpkin sitting there, and it had carved in it, "Leave crackers or die." So we all come in, it was like this big old pumpkin with this carved in there, and one of the guys, he's like, man, maybe we need to go. And I'm like, no, shoot, we ain't pay attention to all that, we don't care. And it was the funniest thing, because he couldn't hardly sleep or anything. He was so scared. But
sleeping with one eye open, huh?
Oh yeah, and we had a lot of fun there. And the next day, me and the bass player, we went out to wash some clothes down at the laundromat. And I tell you what, they had tarantulas climbing around in there. It was bad, but we was washing clothes and all. And we had a good time. Went out and bought some breakfast, and we come back. Some other guys were going down the road doing something else, and this particular guy, he was sitting in that trailer. So I told the bass player, I said, you just stop right here a minute. So I jumped out about 4 trailers up, and he eased on down there, and I ran down there, and I ran down the side of that trailer, and I beat on it, and I was hollering. Boy, he came out of that front door of that trailer, nothing but a shirt and his underwear. It scared him so bad. He just thought for sure that they were coming in to get him. It was funny.
The Mexicans is coming to do their dirty.
Yeah. it was awesome. It really was. But
well, I've never met any of them that were that bad. There's always a few, but hell, I mean, Texas is full of Mexicans. Matter of fact, I get along better with some of the Mexicans than I do the the regular Texan people. They're the ones that have stopped Donna and I can't tell you how many times to change a tire or ask us if we need a jump start. I mean, they can't even speak English, but they've been the ones there to stop and help us without question.
Right, and that's great. And down there, it's further south, Georgia. We had seen a program the night before. I forgot to tell you this. Before the pumpkin showed up, we seen a program. I guess it was a news special, and they were talking about all these home invasions, about people busting doors down and coming in or whatever. So the guy was already paranoid. And when I jumped out and ran down the side of that trailer, beating on that wall, boy, it scared him bad.
That just ain't right.
But that band ended, and like I said, I was heartbroken. I couldn't go on. I didn't know what to do. And
you write a lot of your own songs?
I do. Yes, I do. And usually I have an accompanist to help me, and, somebody else on the guitar too. I pick around on the guitar a little and try to figure things out, and then somebody else, a good friend of mine, would come in and help me with it, and we'd put it together and put it out there and see what would happen. I wrote a lot of the songs in the band I was in, and they went over real good. We mixed them up. We had about 90 to 120 songs that we would rotate and do for different people. One place would send us different songs and say, if you're going to come play here, you need to do this song. So we were doing like Stevie Wonder, Very Superstitious, and we were doing Brick House.
Wow.
Commodores. It was fun.
Where was your Mexican songs at?
We didn't have any of that stuff.
Are you friends with Donna Jo then?
Yes, I am.
Have you done any singing with her?
When I first met her, we did a few shows together. Well, we didn't do them together. I went to see her perform, and she invited me up, and it was awesome. It really was. And I haven't seen her in a while, and we haven't done anything else together since then. But I tell you what, it was something. And that's when I started performing and doing my thing again. And I'd like to. You got to give credit where credit's due. I told her the story about how heartbroken I was and everything, and she said, well, you just don't need to give up. You just need to do that.
Okay, how many people got to tell you that before you get that?
Yeah, I mean, she's the one that said it, and I have to give her credit, and I did. I wasn't sure at first. I thought about it for a couple of weeks after that. I seen some of the responses when she would invite me up just to sing. It was her show, but she would invite me up to sing. And this one place she played, I told her I had this trick with the chair that I would do. So that night I decided to do that trick with the chair. And what I would do is I would grab a chair and I would be sitting in it, and I would turn around and push it out in front of me, and then I would run and jump on the chair and slide and let it roll out from under me, grab it, spin it back around, and sit down. Well, when I did it, I ran, I did the chair. When I hit the chair slid out from under me. I landed on my back. The chair kept on going, and I slid for about 2 foot. And everybody in the place was like, oh, my God, is he hurt? But, yeah, I really appreciate what she did. You have to give people credit, there's a lot of people out there that get help or a little boost along the way, and they forget where they are or where they come from.
That's right.
You know, and she did help me in that way. She did, and just a real inspiration. And she's an incredible artist. You know.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of talented people in this area, but I tell you what, hands down, she's it. You know, she's got it, and I think the world of her and her family and her husband and everything. I respect them very much. So, you know.
Do you play out now? Or let me re-ask the question. Is that all you do now is play music, or do you still have a job?
I still do work, unfortunately.
What are you doing?
I do everything that has to do with home repair, service calls. I do electrical. I do plumbing, carpentry work. I replace hot water heaters, busted pipes, floors that fall in. I do all that stuff, and I've been doing that stuff for quite a while.
Yeah, I've been doing that all my life, too. I've been a sign painter all my life, but yeah, I've done the carpentry, a little bit of electrical, drywall, hell, you name it, I've probably tried everything at least once.
Right, and I do that, and then when I'm not doing that, I'm writing. I'm working on a couple of books right now, and I do have on Facebook, I have a writer's page, so I'm writing a couple of books, and one of them is based on fact but sort of fiction, and then I'm writing one that's like a horror story, kind of Alfred Hitchcock, Stephen King kind of thing, and then this other book is short stories. There's like 3 books I'm working on, and then on top of that, I'm an artist. I do folk art, so I have a artist page also where I do these drawings. And I do these drawings on reclaimed materials that I tear out of old houses. And this set that I'm working on right now is over 130 of them.
Wow.
These panels came out of a house that was built in like 1933.
Where the hell you get all the time for all this?
I make it happen. I can do one of these drawings, and I'll have to send y'all some pictures. But I can do one of these drawings in probably, if I try, I have done 6 at a time. I put them all the way around me, and I sit in this chair that spins around, and I will draw this part, and this part, and this part, and this part. Then I will go back, and I will draw this part, this part, this part, this part, and then do all 6 of them.
Well, your brain is running about 150 miles an hour.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Somebody asked me one time, are you on drugs? I said, well, I probably need them to get some sleep, but I know I'm not, you know. But, yeah, I can do one of these drawings in 20 minutes.
Wow. I got to see what these look like.
And they're nice, but the frames and stuff like that take a lot longer because I take the old baseboards and the old door jambs and the old material out of houses, and I'll run them through the table saw, and I'll cut notches in them and grooves, and I will frame these pictures.
I bet that makes some beautiful frames, though, especially if you leave it old looking.
Yes, it does. It really does. I've sent Mr. Phil Crans out there on 94.7 in Ringgold, Georgia. He's one of the first guys that played one of my songs when I started back off. I sent him a picture, and he loves it. And there's another lady out there that's good friends with us, Miss Donna Reed out there in Arizona. She's bought 2, and I gave her 1. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I've sent several of them out, you know, and I've been selling them. But I started doing that to try to generate some money to record. I mean, I've only done a 5-song EP of this new start. You know what I mean? And that cost me several $1,000s just to do 5 songs. So wow. I was like, when I started, I sat down one day. Well, here's how it happened. I sat down one day to write a song. This has been a while back. And I tried to write these lyrics down, and I couldn't do it. And I balled it up, and I had a pile of paper laying on the floor where I tried to write the song. Then all of a sudden, this idea hit me for this first book. And I've been working on that book now for 7 years. And I think I've got something like, I don't know, 70, maybe 300 pages now. Who knows? It'll be a series probably.
Have you got a band that tours with you, or just whoever you can pick up when you need them?
Well, right now, I'm working with 3 different booking agents. Well, actually 2. I'm trying to work out a deal with Wild Horse Entertainment out of Nashville and this other man out of Nashville. But right now I have a drummer and I have me. But if we get a gig, the players I'll have to pick up in Nashville. I'll just send them a set list, and then we'll just play. But I am recruiting and putting together a new band as we speak.
What do you use for a studio?
Well, to record, I use a studio in Augusta, Georgia. Greenlight Studios in Augusta, Georgia. They do a real good job. They also have another studio in Louisiana. And they're excellent. They do a pretty good job. Now, the next 5 songs that I do, they will be done in Nashville. And they sure will. It's going to cost a little more for whoever, but...
You like Nashville? You like hanging around there?
Well, we used to go up there a good bit, and we recorded the first album with the band I was in. We recorded that up there. But I'm trying to I'm working out a deal with an independent label. It's a label, but they're independent. And when I do whatever I do with this label, I'm still going to be independent. They're just going to back me, right, and they're going to help me. And, it's not going to be like I'm tied down like a lot of them are, But I'm trying to work out something with them, and we're going to go from there. And what we're shooting for is to do a debut on live country radio. And I hope that'll happen this summer.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what we're working on. And as far as the drawing and stuff, how I got that idea, one day I was taking all these 16 by 16 panels down, little wooden panels, and I was taking them down and throwing them in a pile. And I asked the man that owned the place, what are you going to do with these? He said, you can have them. So as I was stacking them up, I started looking at them, and I'm like, wait a minute. I see drawings here. I see artwork right here. So I brought them all home and stacked them up and got them all right there waiting. I just have to do, I think I've got in here, I'm on my little stage. I do a live show called the Pea Ridge Junction every Saturday night about 8:30, sometimes 9 o'clock. But I'm sitting on the stage now that I built inside my home. And I have about 6 or 7 of those drawings sitting right here with me. But
now, what do you use that stage for? Is that just for practice?
Well, I do a live show called the Pea Ridge Junction. I sure do.
Oh, yeah. Where do you find that at?
Facebook, like my Facebook account.
Uh-huh.
Robbie Ansley at Facebook.com. And it's every Saturday night between 8:30 and 9. So I have a camera set up, and I have props, and I have a little bit of comedy. There's this guy that reads the mail and does all the introductions and stuff. He's actually me, but I'm all in costume. You know what I mean? And so I do this, and he plays the harmonica or harmonica. He calls it a humonica. Well, his name is Pete, and he gets out. Whistling Pete's his name. He gets out, and he does the introductions, and he dances around a little bit, and he talks to the sound man, which the sound man is, I hate to reveal it to people, but the sound man is behind the door. There's a door that says backstage, and there's a glass right there, and then the sound man stays back there. His name is Sam. So him and Pete interact, and then Pete dismisses himself because he's got to go milk about 70 cows, So then he introduces me, and I come out, and I sing, and I have to do a quick change. I change really fast. Then I come out, and then I do a show. I sing originals, and I do a bunch of covers, and I dance around and act goofy. And
this is all live, huh?
Yes, live.
Wow, that's a lot of work.
And I do 2.5, 3 hours sometimes.
Wow. Is any of that fed out on Facebook?
Yes, it's all on there. If you go back on...
Send us a notice next time you go on.
I will. I sure will.
Yeah, if I'm here, if we're around, I'd like to have a look at that.
I'll even send you the one I did yesterday. I'll even send it to you. I'll post it and send it to you.
Yeah, good. That'd be cool.
Check it out. I was a little goofy last night.
What's wrong with that?
Sometimes I have to work 7 days a week.
Well, you know how we are. You talk about goofy.
I know. Y'all are absolutely hilarious. I'm like, the first time I got invited to hear y'all, I'm like, oh my God. These people are a lot like me. You know what I mean?
Just think what we could do if we had the time.
Yes.
That's the worst thing. Like you know how busy things get, man. We just don't have time.
And, for everything I do, I will squeeze, like, if I wake up in the morning, my youngest daughter gets on the school bus about 5, so I wake up about 5, and I'll run in here, and I will grab a 16 by 16 panel, and I will draw the rough outline real quick, and then I'll go get ready for work. I'll come back in. I'll draw on that some more, and then I may go to my writer's page and write a whole paragraph on the book, which is already. And I told somebody about this writing the book thing. I don't know what's going to happen in the next chapter of the book until I write the first line. It's none of it thought of beforehand. I don't have any pre-thought at all, and that's the amazing thing about that. You know, I don't know. I guess I get it from my mother. She was a writer, and it just comes to me like automatic. You know, I just don't know.
You know, you're talking about writing a paragraph at a time. I have a page out there that it doesn't get any use anymore, but when I started it was a number of years back. But I started it as like a spy story, and the idea was for people to come in and add the next paragraph. And everybody could add a paragraph and let that story lead itself wherever it may go, you know. And it went pretty good for a little while, and then it just kind of faded off, and everybody disappeared. So, you know, I got to thinking, well, hell, it wasn't worth the time then. But I don't know. Maybe there's people out there, and I just didn't have it out there.
That's actually a great idea, though. It really was. I mean, and it is.
I'll send you the link. You can look at it. Maybe it was the title of it. I don't even remember what it's called now. The Art of the Story, I think I called it.
Right.
And the whole thing, you know, was just to have different people write a next paragraph, but it just never seemed to take off for some reason.
Yeah, in this book that I've been working on, Donna might find this interesting. There's a British guy that comes into the story. And I actually, in the story, I make him sound British.
Well, you know those bloody Brits are everywhere.
Yes, they are. That's funny. But I really appreciate the opportunity to be on here, though. I really do.
That's all right. Thanks for taking the time. What's your plans for the future? You headed in any particular direction, or just do what you're doing?
Well, the Pea Ridge Junction live show thing, it's good for now, but this spring, later on this spring, early summer, I'm heading for a radio tour. When I get the CDs, the physical CDs. The CDs are on CD Baby right now, well, the 5 songs, and they're going to go to iTunes and Spotify, all that stuff. But when I get the physical CDs, I'm going to start the radio tour, and I'm going to go from here all the way to Atlanta, Alabama, wherever I got to go that way, and hit all the country stations that way. And then I'm going to go from here up north, up into North Carolina, and then I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to just hit all I can and do a radio tour. And then after that, hopefully by then, do some more recording and then put the 10 songs together. It'll be 10 songs by then. I've got probably, I don't know, over 400 now that I've written, probably more. It doesn't even, I can't even think of how many there really is.
Well, by cracky, that'll be a hell of a tour to do all that traveling. Be a nice vacation.
Yeah, I've never had many vacations. Our idea of a vacation when I used to take off, well, when I was in the band, we'd go out of town and I'd use my vacation time where I used to work at, and it was fun, you know. But my idea of a vacation was to load the family up and go up to the family. My family had a nursery up in the North Carolina mountains, and we'd go stay there, you know, in the mountains. Well, up there, and this is a funny story, my 2 cousins, you know, they're both about 6'8", big old fellas, you know, and they're working men. So I remember the first couple of years we went up there, about 4:30 in the morning, we'd get a knock at the door, and I'll do a sound effect. I'm like, who is it? I mean, there's somebody at the door. And go to the door, and they're on the other side, and they're like, hey, Robbie, this here's James. Ain't you ready to go to work? Well, up there, when you stay on the mountain, men folk go to work. So I'd work the whole time. We were there helping them. And then my wife and the babies, they would be just hanging around the mountain, playing in the streams and stuff. But I tell you what, we learned after a couple of years, you know, it was exciting and everything. But she's like, this year we need to go stay at a hotel.
There you go.
I was like, okay.
That was my plan when I left Ohio. I thought maybe when I got older I'd end up moving to West Virginia, where a lot of my kin are, and live in the mountains and all that. But as I got older, my body decided, we ain't doing wintertime, son, so you're going to have to think of something else. So here I am in Texas, where it's at least tolerable.
I tell you what, in the mountains up there, that's where my mom was born, up on that mountain, Wolf Mountain, North Carolina. If you live there, you've got to have money already, or you better have a plan, or you won't make it. You have to either work off the land, or you got to drive 50, 60 miles to a job.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
I didn't know there was any place left where you could really get that far away from the rest of the world.
Oh yeah, it's still way up there. It's just below the Appalachian Trail, the Blue Ridge Parkway, and it's probably about 60 miles from Pigeon Forge, but it's way up in there. You know what I mean? And,
oh yeah, they get snowed in there, don't they?
Oh yeah. 1 year I called my cousin James, and he says, "Well, I can see the very end of the antenna of my truck." I was like, "Wow!" It was so. They have a home-based CB radio in there, and they have to radio into the nearest town, and the helicopter has to drop commodities. You know what I mean?
Well, right there, my friend, is why I live in Texas. That ought to about narrow it down.
I got a few friends out there in Texas.
Oh, I love it here. I have no plans of leaving now.
I've got a lot of family out there, I found out.
We get just enough winter, it irritates me a little bit, but doesn't last too long, so it's not too bad.
All the family I have out there, they don't really know me. I met one via online, but they all came there after 1847. They left here, where I am now. Because where I am now, my family came here in 1720.
Wow. So
they were like the first of my last name. You know, they were the first here.
Now, they was living by themselves out there.
Oh, yeah. They, my great-great-grandpa had built this house on Indian territory, and it was built in 1768, and it's still there in McDuffie County, probably about 20 miles from here, and it still stands.
Wow.
It's like one of the oldest houses in Georgia. But, yeah, they've been here that long, and then all my family out there, I had met some of them, and I told them, I said, y'all came from here, don't you? And they were like, they're young, like, what? And I sent them all the information. They're like, you know what? You're right. And it's just amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, we got to take a step forward here. How about we run through our 10 questions and see what you got to say about that, and then we'll get you out of here.
All right.
All right. Well, what's your favorite word?
Favorite word. Favorite word. Okay, wait a minute. Favorite word. I tell you what. What about kindness?
That's not bad. What's your least favorite word?
I probably can't say that on the radio, but any word used in a vulgar way toward me.
That makes perfect sense to me, because I poke somebody in the schnoz, they say something like that to me. What turns you on?
What turns me on? Oh, Lord. Let's see. I probably can't answer that in the right way without being shot. I tell you what, a good cup of coffee and some nice music.
Yeah, on a good, cool Sunday morning.
Yes.
What turns you off?
Haters.
Oh, God, they're everywhere. What sound do you love?
Sound? I like the sound of an early morning train.
Oh, boy. Hell, yeah, boy. Hear it echoing way off through the trees. Now, because I'm a train man. I love that sound.
Yeah, me too.
What sound do you hate?
Oh, let's see. The sound of a shrieking child at Squaw Mart.
Squaw Mart. There you go. I haven't heard that one yet. That's a good one.
Yeah, I did that several years ago. I was walking in there, and I was with somebody, and you could hear a child going,
oh, please don't.
And I was like, okay, welcome to Squaw Mart.
Jesus, God almighty, you ain't kidding. What's your favorite curse word?
Curse word? I don't really have a favorite, but probably be, damn it.
That's close enough. I get where that's going.
But I like to try to say dang it.
Dag nabbit?
Yeah, dag nabbit, yeah.
What profession other than yours, and it doesn't matter whether you use music or whether you use your carpentry, would you like to attempt?
Other than mine, acting.
Acting?
Acting. And I've already got some hooks in the water for that already. I got something in the works on that.
And what profession would you not like to do?
It's one of those I'm already doing right now, which is work on sewers.
Oh, I know. I was going to say, I don't want to do anything that Mike Rowe does.
I've had to work on some terrible sewers.
Oh, God. I've never done. I put in new ones, but I never had to work on any.
Oh, goodness. I get calls when they're, like, stopped up.
I can go out and dig a trench and backfill a hole all day long, but I ain't getting down in that stink.
Yeah, I had to put on coveralls, gloves, mask, clothespin on your nose.
That's not no job for me. Number 10, last one, and we'll get you out of here. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you get to the pearly gates?
Is that really you?
Yes, Lord. Who else would it be?
Well, I hope I do see him, you know.
Well, I think we all do hope for that, but who really knows until you get to the other side?
That's right. Well, I'd like to say hello to everybody out there in the chat room, listening and everything. And it's just a real honor being here and
thank you,
all
Kyle.
that.
Appreciate it very much. You would not believe how nice it is not only have you in the chat, more than just to be during the show, but to have you hang out with us and come over and spend a little time with us.
Yes, I mean, it's amazing. I tell you what, I've been trying to catch every show, and you know, I'm on about 30 different independent shows right now, and I catch some of them and some of them I don't. Some of them are like 3 o'clock in the morning my time, but like daytime there, you know what I mean, over in the UK and places like that, you know. But
watch out for them bloody Brits.
You bet I will.
Well done, old chap.
Yes, I'd like to have a spot of tea.
I'll see if I can have Donna rustle you up one.
Yeah.
Go along with that black coffee on a cool Sunday morning.
Yes, I'm having some coffee right now, matter of fact.
Oh, I've done coffee'd myself out. Well, thank you, Robbie. Appreciate the time, man. It's been fun. Really nice to have you hang out for a little bit. I got 3 of your songs over here we're going to throw out there.
Well, I sure appreciate it. I do. And when I record a new one, I'll make sure and inform you.
Yeah, when them CDs come out, get us one of those puppies.
You're absolutely right. You're going to get one.
Now,
don't worry.
Here's a little hint. Don't forget to autograph it.
Oh, I will. Believe me, I will.
We're going to put it up on the Yanki and Brit Wall of Shame.
Okay, the Wall of Shame.
Yeah.
All right. I will send you that link on that last show and just see what you think.
Yeah, please do. I want to watch that.
And to everyone out there listening, out there in chat land, in the chat room, y'all have a wonderful Sunday and everything. And y'all are listening to the Yankee and the Brit Show.
You're tuned into the Yankee and the Brit on the RTM Radio Network.
I've been waiting a long time for this day to end, so I can come home and hold you again. It ain't easy being away from my love. Yeah, girl, my best friend. I don't wanna let go. I love you so much, I need to let it show. When the day breaks, I know you gotta go. Right now, I don't wanna let go. Maybe we'll gas up that old Chevy, ride around town a time or two, or go down by, that old river. We can jump in if you want to. porch swing is far enough. Hold you next to me and talk about your dreams. Maybe we'll talk about, yeah, the future. Or say nothing at all. But I don't wanna let go. I love you so much, I need to let it show. When the day breaks, I know you gotta go. Right now, right now. I don't wanna let go. I love you so much, I need to let it show. When the day breaks, I know you gotta go. Right now, right now. I don't wanna let go. Never let go.
Here's Robbie Ansley, Gypsy and Me, with the Yankee and the Brit on an Independence Sunday night. Thanks for joining us, Robbie. Appreciate it, man. Very nice.
Freeway signs and faded blacktop, backstage doors and parking lots. That's the world I mostly see. Staring out a wide window, 1,000 miles away from my home. That's the gypsy in me. All the gypsy in me can't stay in one place too long. There's somebody out there still ain't heard my song. Yeah, so I roll on where this road leads me. That's the gypsy in me. It's in my heart to bare my soul with old guitar and a microphone. I stand up here and sing what I believe. Then I close my eyes and fold my hands. Thank God I got a girl that understands and loves the gypsy in me. All the gypsy in me can't stay in one place too long. There's somebody out there who still ain't heard my song. Yeah, so I roll on where this road leads me. That's the gypsy in me. If I'd never heard I walk the line, free bird, or you're always on my mind. Rambling man, or me and Bobby McGee. If I'd never seen the man in black, I wouldn't feel the need to wear this kind of hat. and there wouldn't be the gypsy in me. Well, now the gypsy in me can't stay at one place too long. There's somebody out there that still ain't heard my song. Yes, so I roll on where this road leads me. That's the gypsy in me. That's the gypsy in me.
Wow, what a tune. Beautiful.
And I'm just going to keep rolling on.
Robbie Ansley, Gypsy and Me, with the Yankee and the Brit on Independence Sunday. Man, good stuff, Robbie, and thanks for coming by and hanging out with us. That sounds awesome. Here's one more from Robbie. This is Kick It in the Country. Then we're going to come back, and we're going to have one from Jessica McNear, who's going to be joining us next Sunday, as a matter of fact. So you want to stick around and check that out, because that is some very good stuff coming at you. We also got a couple lined up for Sean Elliott Jr. in 460, who's going to be here on April 14th. And, of course, let's see, somebody else I had lined up here. Peter Miles, who was here last night. We'll do another one from him from last night's show, Cowboys Never Cry. In the meantime, here's Robbie kicking it in the country. I'm listening. Bring it on.
Friday night, going down to the lake. 4-wheel drives, buddies and me. Cute sweet girl sitting by my side. Old 6-string and a campfire. Kick it in the country tonight. No wrong doing, just right. Kick it in the country tonight. Go for a race down on the creek. Get a little muddy, you know what I mean. Bob's new girlfriend, she's looking right. She rocks that air guitar all night. Kick it in the country tonight. No wrong, do it just right. Kick it in the country tonight. Set of blue lights coming over the hill. I think it's the sheriff. He's looking pretty ill. He's hunting his daughter. I was holding her tight. Throw me in jail, or he just might. Kick it in the country tonight. No wrong, do it just right. talking about. I'm talking about dancing.
Hell yeah.
You're all over the road with Randy and Donna Bradley. And quit tailgating.
There's Jessica McNear and Sober. Yankee and the Brit is going to be joining us next Sunday.
Don't get me wrong, darling. I love it when you call me out of the blue. I really do. And when you call me baby, and swear my smile has a hold of you, you'd give up anything to be with me right now. I wanna hear that song, I'd love to see that falling off your lips. I'd love to make that whiskey shut up just once, so I can know how real this is. I wanna hear that sober. I want to believe you, darling. It sounds so good, I wish it were true. Really, I do. But we know too well, baby, it's wasted words when you get this way. You say you're different now, and I wouldn't believe how much you've changed. I wanna hear that sober. I'd love to see that falling off your lips. I'd love to make that whiskey shut up just once, so I can know how real this is. I wanna hear that sober. I hear I want you, I love you, I miss you, I need you. Well, who's talking now? I wanna hear that sober. I'd love to see that falling off your lips. I'd love to make that whiskey shut up just once, so I can know how real this is. I wanna hear that sober. I'd love to see that falling off your lips. I'd love to make that whiskey shut up just once, so I can know how real this is. I wanna hear that sober. I wanna hear that sober.
Yeah, baby. Jessica McNear, Sober, going to be joining us Sunday night. Make sure you're here. Here's Sean Elliott Jr. and 460 South. He's coming up here in April. She wants an outlaw. That could be any one of you guys. You know that, right? Any of y'all could be an outlaw. Sometimes I think we're all outlaws.
I see you staring at me from across the bar with that wannabe hanging on your arm. We locked eyes and you just smiled, and it damn near drove me wild. I knew then you needed something real, something in your heart that you can feel, that you can feel. That girl wants an outlaw, man, she can't see through. A man is just pretending that she knows the truth. She digs my tattoos and living fast. She knew in her heart he won't gonna last. She needs something real and raw. That girl wants an outlaw. drink, thinking he's high, while she's watching me throw back shots. The fire in her eyes made me realize how much she's hypnotized. I finished up my beer, then I paid my tab, said let's get out of here, get out of here. That girl wants an outlaw, and she can't see through. Her man was just pretending that she knows the truth. She digs my tattoos and living fast. She knew in her heart he won't gonna last. She needs something real and raw. That girl wants an outlaw. Over at me, I noticed he had eyes full of fear. As soon as he stepped away, I walked over to his girl and said, hey, let's get on up out of here. We hit the old back roads, and now she's free. Then she paused, looked me dead in my eyes, and then she said to me,
well, I want an outlaw, man, I can't see through. The man was just pretending and I know the truth. I take your tattoos and living fast. I knew in my heart it wasn't gonna last. I need something real and raw. Well, I want an outlaw.
That girl wants an outlaw. Girl wants an outlaw. Outlaw.
What's up, Southern Soul fans?
Shay Simone, Southern Soul Juke Joint, Independent Sunday.
Bad girl of Southern Soul herself. Listen, I had to take a little break, but I'm back now. With Mr. Big Lou and Big Raw Productions. Let me tell you about a man I know. Hit the dance floor and here you go. Grab a girl and the thing you see. Doing this other soul jukebox, baby. So why you call it jukebox dance?
Cause remind me when I was a young man.
Put a dime in the jukebox band. Dance all day like I was as a teenager. Chase you on, don't you get me wrong. I could dance in the two-step zone. I've been doing this before you was born. Doing this other soul jukebox, baby.
Ooh, Shay Simone.
Yeah, girl.
Girl, you see that man over there?
I see that sexy old scolio.
Girl, I think he got a little mad on him. What you think?
I know he coming this way. I think he's gonna ask me to dance. It's the guy in the club I've been telling you about. He love to dance.
Southern Soul Jukebox, baby.
Chase you on, baby, take my hand. Let me show you how to do my dance. I know I do to your generation. Check it out, baby girl, catch my formation. Just wanna have a little fun. Have a loose shoulder, me to no fun. When I hear my
old summer night with her hands up high, singing along to a Skinner song. Sweet home Alabama with her blue jeans on. I couldn't stop staring at the smile she was wearing. Eyes like fireflies, I'm lost in her heaven. No telling where we were headed. Miles of back roads and a sea of cornrows. Right lines at the right time. I'll be kissing you. Under the moonshine, out on the back road. Feet on the window, I'm taking it slow though. Wanting to stop time, put it in rewind. Catching every drip of your lips, about to lose my mind. Counting every kiss, every touch, every star in the sky. Under the moonshine. Pulled up to a dock on the water where my guitar's got her, singing every part that she knew by heart. I hope she don't mind, I'm mixing up lines, getting lost in her eyes. Under the moonshine, out on the back road, feet on the window, I'm taking it slow though. Wanting to stop time, put it in rewind. Catching every drip of your lips, about to lose my mind. Counting every kiss, every touch, every star in the sky. Under the moonshine. She was riding shotgun with her hair undone on an old summer night with her hands up high. Under the moonshine, out on the back road, feet on the window, I'm taking it slow though. Wanting to stop time, put it in rewind. Catching every drip of your lips, about to lose my mind. Counting every kiss, every touch, every star in the sky. Under the moonshine. Under the moonshine.
When the night has come and the land is done and the moon is the only light we see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. Darling, stand by me. Won't you stand by me? If you're in need, won't you stand by me? If the sky we look upon should ever crumble and roll, and the mountains should fall to the sea. No, I won't be afraid. No, no, I won't shed a tear. Just as long as you stand by me.
Just stand by me.
Russell Craig and Stand By Me. He was on the show with us last week, I think. So it was nice to have him here. Good music, too. Kinds of good stuff. Hey, we're going to bop on out of here in about 3 more tunes or so. We got some business to take care of before it gets too late. Thank you all for joining us, everybody. Nice to have you guys come by. And many, many thanks to Robbie Ansley for coming by and some of that great music. Oh, my God. Just fantastic stuff. You never know it was the same guy. A couple more tunes, like I said, and we're going to hit the happy highway. So let's kick it off here with a little Richard Lynch.
You're listening to the Yanki and the Brit on the RTM Radio Network.
Richard Lynch and Cut and Paste. He was on the show with us a year or two ago. What a great guy he is. Gotta love it.
Living in the modern day, electronic super age, nothing's done the way it used to be. Nobody writes a letter or shows up in the worst of weather on the front porch with a rose and an apology. Now it's email or iPhone message, that's the only way to catch you. But you don't call back or come online. So I sit and stare at your Facebook picture. The only way to get back near you is cut and paste your face next to mine. It looks good and it matches up. What a shame that ain't us, like it used to be once upon a time. What I'd give to have you back, how I'd love another crack, just one more chance to get it right. But now it's email or iPhone message, that's the only way to catch you. But you don't call back or come online. So I sit and stare at your Facebook picture. The only way to get back near you is cut and paste your face next to mine. Now it's email or iPhone message, that's the only way to catch you. But you don't call back or come online. So I sit and stare at your Facebook picture. The only way to get back near you is cut and paste your face next to mine. Yeah, it looks like I've blown forever. The only way we'll be together is cut and paste your face next to mine.
We're live in 3, 2, 1. Hit it!
Kyle Borgal and Abso-freaking-lutely. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Round a mile wide of the wild side, I'm a cannon on the loose. And I'm a bad dream for a good girl's mama, but it might be right for you. Got a rambling mind and a wild hair in a tank full of ready to go. So if you like to fly, if you like to drive, and you wanna roll, I'm so freaking loose. if you wanna throw down in crazy town, baby, just say abso-freaking-lutely. I don't need Cupid to shoot me. Baby, if you wanna move me anywhere you wanna do me, abso-freaking-lutely. I don't need Cupid to shoot me. Baby, if you wanna move me anywhere you wanna do me, abso-freaking-lutely, yeah. Abso-freaking-lutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Abso-freaking-lutely.
The day that my heart first broke up, I held the teardrops in my eyes. My dad told me with his deep voice, I like a man and don't cry anymore. I didn't know then what the word shame meant, but I felt it deep inside. My eyes were glazed, I was choked from rage. Then he told me, the cowboys never cry. Cowboys never cry. 'Cause until death they have to stand tall. Cowboys never cry. No matter how deep they are hurt inside, cowboys never cry. 'Cause since I'm a kid I've been told, the cowboys never cry. So many nights I lay down in my bed, staring at the walls. I was hurting so much it was killing me. God, am I weak? I can't stay strong. My pillow was my only friend. I used to count on when I couldn't stand tall. 'Cause I always had this damn thought inside me, saying the cowboys never cry. Cowboys never cry. 'Cause until death they have to stand tall. Cowboys never cry. No matter how deep they are hurt inside, cowboys never cry. 'Cause since I'm a kid I've been told, the cowboys never cry. Cowboys never cry. 'Cause until death they have to stand tall. Cowboys never cry. No matter how deep they are hurt inside, cowboys never cry. 'Cause since I'm a kid I've been told, the cowboys much, God knows if I try. Each time I feel so shameless, I could die. I know I should, but even if I would, I can't, it's locked inside.
It's a production of RTM Radio LLC. Air talent by Rand the Man and Donna Natrix. Program director, Donna O'Neill. Executive producer, Randolph Bradley. Thanks for listening and have a great day.